Now, a few years ago, we started really leaning into this even more, about 15 years ago. Some of you may remember I went away on a sabbatical time, was praying and asking the Lord what was the vision, what we need to do, and I really felt like the Lord put on my heart very strongly that we need to use the platform of our church to help families adopt and to help adoptive families. And so we jumped out in that and went full tilt in that. And there's different kinds of adoption. There's, kind of your orphan care adoption. But there's also kinship adoption, where maybe a parent, the child is adopted by the grandparents or an aunt or an uncle. Kinship adoption. There's foster care that happens as well. And so there's lots of, 3 different ways, big categories, and lots of different adoptions that happen. And so we just decided we were going to step into that and really go for that. Now, we also decided to, and I want to just give us we're going to do a little tangent and come back. We didn't want the world to just know what we were against. We wanted the world to know what we're also for. So we're unapologetically against abortion, but we are for adoption. Now, I want to stop and tell you this. Here's what's happening in our culture and in churches all over the place. The pastor says something theological and the people hear something political. Okay? You got to take your political hearing aids out. Because when something is declared theological, we can't hear it political. So the Bible's really clear about life and when it begins. And we want to be known not just what we're against, but we want to be known what we're for. So let me tell you some of the things that have happened in these last years in our adoption ministry. And then I just want you to go crazy. I'll kind of point at you and we can just go for it because it's worth celebrating. First of all, this is really cool. I think we've had a lot of folks jump in just with their vocations to be able to be utilized in the church. We've got lawyers that have served in a pro bono fashion to help with the legal work of adopted children. We've had educational diagnosticians. We've had quilters in our quilting group. They made little booties and little blankets and all those things. What sweetness that is. We've had people translate, particularly between English and Spanish. We've had developmental pediatricians that have helped to work with kids, counselors that work with kids. It's awesome. It's incredible how we can give and to be able to have those things to serve those families in great ways. We have served since 2008, 500 plus families have been served in our adoption ministry. 216 assistance grants, meaning helping people to adopt, have been awarded. We have awarded 52 families, and we've given them funds for post-adoption stuff, because it's hard sometimes, for counseling, occupational therapy, nutrition, and educational assessment. Right now, this very moment, we are serving over 200 kinship, foster, and adoptive families. Right now, in this moment, over 200. In these years, we've given well over $1 million has been given. And there's still, just in our reach of our church, there's about 3,000 kids who are currently in kinship or foster care just within the reach of our church right here in the city of Houston. So the job's not done. And so we're excited about what God has done. So now I want you to just go, let's celebrate that. That's good stuff. That's awesome. Even baby Jesus last year in the Christmas presentation was an adopted little baby. Hey, thanks for watching. To find out more about Houston's First, you can subscribe to our channel or you can go to houstonsfirst.org.